So, after watching that video, it seems like my video got cut off. I apologize for that. So, this is part two because I do not have time to make a whole other video. But anyway, as I was saying, those of you that are in algebra, not my math students, but those of you that are in algebra, this is a high school course. I will treat you like high schoolers because you will earn, at the end of the day, you will earn high school credit for taking this course, for passing this course. So it is your responsibility, if you are given the option to do corrections on any assignment, quiz, or test, you must take it upon yourself to ask to do that. Okay, you may do corrections for your assignment or quiz at home, but test is the only thing that I do not allow to leave my classroom. So for that, you will have to come into the mornings. Okay, like I was trying to say in the middle of the last video, I'm not your parent. I'm not a mom, not a dad, not your mom, not your dad. So I'm not going to chase you down the hallway and say, Johnny, you forgot to do corrections on this. You have to learn to be a big kid and advocate for yourself on that. Okay, just keep checking on your grades. Anyway, so I honestly, in my very first video, don't know what I said after that. So we're going to move on. You will need a 1.5 inch binder for this class. If you have already purchased a 1 inch binder, I think you should be okay. We do take a lot of notes in this class. And just because you are allowed, I don't know if I said this in the last video, but you are allowed to use your notes on all quizzes, not on tests, but you are allowed to use them on quizzes. So the better notes you take, the more filled in that they are, the more little margin notes that you make, the better information you're going to have to be able to use on your quiz. So I highly, highly suggest you keep up with that. And the way we keep up with that is with our binders, okay? The very first page I want to see in your binder is your table of contents. Those of you taking algebra, it will say algebra right here at the top, or math if you're taking math. Now, I think some of these dates are wrong on those papers, and I didn't catch that in time, so you might want to change that to the 19th, because the 19th is the first day of school, and you will be receiving all of these papers if you're ready to put your binder together, okay? I understand some of you guys wait for the weekend or something to get all of your materials, but those of you ready to get all of these papers, they should be handed to you. And the very first page is your table of contents, okay? You're going to have these pages in this order, and anytime you get any type of notes, handout, or review, yes, sorry, pregnancy brain again, or review, you're going to put that in the very back, okay? Just add it to the back and keep numbering 6 through whatever page, okay? Now, last year I did notice some students were putting every single page in the very beginning. That's not how books work. You turn the page, you're going from front to back. So every brand new page that you get, you want to put it on the back, okay? Just flip all your papers over, put it in the back, and go on with your day, okay? I do check these binders randomly. You will never see me checking these binders during class time because I do not have time to do it during class time. We are way too busy for that, but just know I do check them. I call you out if I see that you're being unorganized, and every once in a while I will take a grade on it, like a homework grade, just to try to give you an easy 100. And it would be an easy 100 if you keep up with your binder and if you stay organized. Now, one thing about learning how to stay organized is I don't even remember when I learned how to become an organized person. So I feel like it is up to us teachers to show you how to do that. And I do that with this next page. What should my binder look like? Make sure you have your name and your class period on the front of that binder or on the spine of that binder. You don't want anybody else taking your binder. If you include your class period, that'll prevent Johnny from class period 1 from stealing Johnny from class period 3's binder, okay? So make sure you also include that. That on your notebook. This should be the second paper, and here are the other pages that are going to go in there. We'll talk about all of that. Just tips for, I already talked about this, but tips for keeping your binder organized. Just make sure anytime you get a brand new piece of paper, brand new set of notes, you want to put it in the back, okay? And just be careful when you're turning the pages. I have had a lot of students rip pages out on accident, okay? But anyway, the purpose of the binder is to help keep you organized. This will mainly be used for notes, diagrams, pictures, for you to refer back to when you are doing an assignment. Also, to be used on quizzes, okay? The next page would be the classroom procedures. When you are entering the room, you will always see me out in the hallway. Out in the hallway is the time that I take to take attendance, okay? So while I'm out there taking attendance, you guys are in here getting ready for class, okay? As soon as you walk in the room, you grab your binder, you grab your notes, grab a calculator, make sure you have a pencil as well, and make sure you're ready to roll, because as soon as that tardy bell rings, I walk in, I click absent, 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 save, and we're starting with class, okay? I'm very, very good about getting started right away. Not very big on bell ringers and stuff like that, just because I like to take my time with instruction. Okay, I'm very, very thorough. I want to make sure that you understand the material to its fullest. So during class, if you need help, make sure you raise your hand. You can always come up to me. If you have questions on an assignment, once we get to that time at the end of class, those of you that know me, that had me last year, you know the first thing I'm going to say is bring your notes with you, okay? If I notice that you aren't filling your notes out, I would be less inclined to help you. Make sure you're staying on top of your notes, okay? If you need to use the restroom, there are only two occasions where I allow you to go. That is before the first bell and at the very, very end. Once we get started with homework, I do not allow people to go during the lesson, just because that is the time, or just because I do not want to have to repeat everything I had just said while you were out in the restroom. Another thing about me is I'm very, very good about telling you, you only have 2 minutes. I have timed so many students on going to the restroom. Even those that take the longest amount of time still take under 2 minutes to go. So you get 2 minutes to go to the restroom. If you don't come back, I will come. Those of you that know me know I will come looking for you. If you need a pencil, ask for a pencil. It's fine. Not a big deal. We don't want to make it a big deal, but just make sure you give it back, because I'm not made of money. Those pencils come out of my budget. So, let's see. At the end of class, I'm very, very big on this, and I have written up numerous students for not taking advantage of homework time. If I give you a class assignment, I expect you to work on it during that time, okay? I do allow you guys to put your things away in a timely manner. We have 2 bells. We have a 7th grade bell. We have an 8th grade bell, okay? You guys are 8th graders now. So when the 7th grade bell rings, not the second before, you can start putting your things away. Wait until the bell rings. There are 4 minutes in between. That's enough time for you to put your things away, gather up all your trash, put that in the trash can, and neatly put your binder away, okay? That's just something. Biggest pet peeve is when students do not take advantage of the time that I give them to work on their assignment, especially because you have me here to answer questions, and I need you to take advantage of that. I don't like it when students go home and tell their parents, well, I don't know what to do on this assignment. Parents come talking to me, and I tell them, well, they weren't working on the assignment during the time that I gave them. Please work on your assignment during that time. Make sure, also when you walk in, make sure you turn in your assignments. There is a bin over here by the closet where it's numbered by class period. And just stay in your seat until the 8th grade bell once you're done putting all your things away, okay? I don't like people standing over there by the door like a herd. No. Absences, especially right now with me being gone for maternity leave. With absences, you will not have an excuse for falling behind. The reason I say that is because all of my notes are uploaded to YouTube, and you will have access to the link to the video, to the link covering the lesson. You will have access to the PDF files of the notes and the assignment on Google Classroom, and you should be getting the Google Classroom code at the beginning or first day of school as you're watching this. But yes, even if you don't have a printer at home, please don't let that be an excuse. Those of you that don't have a printer at home, watch the video, work on the assignment on notebook paper. That's all I can offer you, okay? But I do not want you guys to create more work for Miss Alexander. That's just there to help you, okay? And this goes for all of my students that have any type of extracurricular activity, whether it be student council, NJHS, right? Is that what it is? And then those of you that are in any type of sports, cheer, dance, football, whatever it is. I don't think there's any game where you travel away to that's less than 20 minutes. These videos are about 20, 30 minutes max, something like that. There's very, very few that go above 30 minutes, but that's just because usually that's how it is when you're first introducing a new topic.